We're an optimistic bunch here in the UK. Despite the fact that beautiful days like this are few and far between, we still buy more convertibles than any other country in Europe. And the MINI Convertible is currently Britain's best seller. Which means that this, the third generation drop top, has a lot to live up to. Both the hatchback and the convertible were updated earlier this year, with subtle tweaks to the exterior, new badges, LED daytime running lights, along with the addition of Union Jack LED rear lights. And if that's not patriotic enough for you, then this version has fully embraced the Mini Yours programme, which allows you to personalise your Mini in a myriad of ways. Take a look at this. And in what is apparently a car industry first, you can take advantage of the latest 3D printing technology, which allows you to personalise your car by adding a signature, message or design in places like the door sills or dashboard. You're only limited by your imagination, and all those personalised elements can be removed, so the next owner doesn't have a constant reminder of you. Now, I'm not going to waste a day like today by keeping this up. And the roof comes back slickly and smoothly in 18 seconds, and it can be operated at speeds of up to 18 miles an hour, which is very handy here in Britain because we are prone to the odd shower or two. But it's worth noting that when it's completely down, its position does impact slightly on your rear visibility. The interior is, as you'd expect from Mini, packed with character and has a well-built, high-quality feel. As we've already seen in the latest Mini hatchback, the traditional circular theme for the instruments has been kept, but the layout is better, with a speedometer and rev counter in front of you and a 6.5-inch touchscreen in the centre of the dashboard that simply focuses on the infotainment system. Mini isn't over-generous with the basic equipment, and you will want to add some of the myriad of Mini packs on offer, which, of course, impacts on the price. As you'd expect, this car is Mini by name and it's Mini by nature, although compared to earlier models you do get more space in the back, but it is still best suited to smaller adults or children. You get good sized storage compartments, cup holder for you to fight over, and 2 Isofix child seat points. With the hood up, headroom is pretty good, and in fact you get more interior space in the Mini Cabriolet than in key rivals, the Fiat 500C and the DS3 Cabriolet. Once again, as you'd expect, the boot is Mini. However, it's larger on this new version, and the rear seats split and fold down easily when you do need extra space. One thing that hasn't changed though is the engine lineup, or how much fun this is to drive. So you've got a 115 brake horsepower 1.5 litre diesel Cooper D, along with 2 petrols, a 134 brake horsepower 1.5 litre, and this, the seriously quick 189 brake horsepower 2 litre Cooper S. And for those in the mood for even more speed, there's also a high performance John Cooper Works that boasts an impressive 222 brake horsepower. The standard gearbox on this Cooper S convertible version is still the 6-speed manual, but the automatic is now a 7-speed twin clutch box, which is smooth and slick to change. Although for me, it's the manual every time. You know, it's really impressive to see just how well this drives for a convertible. It feels really close to the hatchback, which is unusual because taking the roof off usually has an impact on the handling. But this Cooper S version has got fantastic straight line punch. Its 4-cylinder turbocharged engine has been tweaked with high pressure injectors, a new exhaust system and a turbocharger, and it feels incredibly quick off the mark. It also has lovely agile handling with sharp and direct steering, although it does have a tendency to run a little wide off the mark if you're particularly hard into the corner. And the ride is quite firm, which I actually really like because I think it suits the nature of the Mini Convertible. And you know, it's the trade-off you get for that fantastic handling. Convertibles with fabric roofs can be noisy, particularly when you're driving at speed. But wind roar isn't too bad, while motorway driving doesn't create that much buffering for those in the front. Although backseat passengers might find life rather windswept, and everyone would probably benefit from a wind deflector. And when it comes to noise, well, you get plenty of entertaining gurgles and pops from the exhaust on this Cooper S, particularly when you're in sport mode. But is the S worth the extra money? You know, it's a hard one because it's undeniably a lot of fun to drive. But we don't think there's a huge amount between this and the basic Cooper model. So you may want to save your extra money to splash out on some of those tempting extras packs instead. Overall, it's easy to see why this is the nation's favourite convertible. And we think this third generation model is good enough to keep the title.